Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be going over my budget for June. I know it's been kind of a long time since the last time I did a monthly budget, but I wanted to get back into it. And also, in case you weren't aware, I've kind of changed how I do my budgets. So for a long time, I was doing the zero-based budget, which was when basically if my bank account started at this number at the beginning of the month, by the end of the month, it went all the way down to zero. And I would do that every single month, meaning that I assigned a spot or a position or budget for every dollar that was in my bank account. And that was working for a really long time, but it's kind of not hard, but it is, you definitely have to plan for it because you have to know like where every dollar is going to go. And so I've been wanting to switch things up and try something new. So now I'm doing like my own modified version of the 50-30-20 budget. So with that, traditionally 50% goes towards all of your life necessities. So like rent, or your mortgage, car payments, bills, credit card bills, like whatever you have to pay for, food, clothes, all of that would go under that 50%. And then 30% would go towards fun things. So anything that you want but don't necessarily need. So like for me, I have beauty expenses. Those aren't really a need, but those are things that I definitely want to do. So that would go under that 30%, or shopping, or anything really that you just want to do, traveling, things like that. And then that last part, that 20%, that goes towards savings. So that's like the traditional sense of doing things with the 50-30-20, but I've modified it in a way that like better suits me and my own personal wants and goals with personal finance. So let's get into it. So June is gonna be a more expensive month for me. Usually if I combined my rent and like lifestyle budgets, that would be less than 50%. Like other months it's been like in the 40s, but this month, if I combine it, it's 62%, just because there's a lot of things that I have to pay for this month. But I'll get into that in a second. My rent, that's taking up about 26% of my take-home pay, and then 36% is my life expenses. And that's so much bigger than like other months because, let's see, I have to pay car insurance this month. I have to do my car registration and like taxes on my car this month. And I have to get my car, what is it called? Inspected. Yeah, inspected this month so that I can get the registration done. So I have to pay for all those this month. And so my life expenses are going up considerably this month. Let's see, is anything else happening this month that doesn't usually happen? Oh, I have a couple gifts that I have to get this month. Father's Day is in June. I have a friend's birthday that's at the end of June. And then also I have someone else's birthday that's in July, and I'll probably get their birthday gift this month just so that I can make sure things come in time. So I'll be spending money on gifts this month. So that's one additional thing. I also have a yearly membership to a website called Scott's Cheap Flights. That's a website that I've been using that kind of like monitors deals on flights. And that is around $50, and I have to pay that this month as well. I don't know at what point in the month because I got to look that up, but I know that it happens sometime in June. So my rent and life expenses, all of that combined is going to be about 62% of my take-home pay. Next is tithing. That's 10%. That's always 10%. So it's going to be 10%. So I made a video last year about why I tithe, even though I have other financial goals. So you can go check out that video if you're interested. But that's become something that's like automated. I don't even think about it anymore. As soon as I get paid, like the money just goes out. So if you ever feel like you want to tithe, but you feel like you can't afford it or anything, I would highly suggest trying and just like starting now. And I think that it's good that I've started now, because as I get older, hopefully my salary will increase and I won't even notice it, because it's just 10% off of whatever my salary is, right? So it should get like easier every time you do it. Next is investing. So I'm currently doing 10% of my take-home pay goes towards investments. Right now, that means just a Roth IRA. And I do have other videos explaining what a Roth IRA is and how I set it up, and also how like I wasn't using it correctly for like a year and I had to like correct that mistake. But if you have any other questions about investing or Roth IRAs in general, let me know down below in the comments. So another 10% is my wants. So for me, that includes things like beauty expenses, traveling, the gifts that I mentioned earlier. I didn't mean to put that in my life category. That's actually part of the wants. But yeah, so anything that I want to do comes out of that. I'm not someone who actually spends a lot of money on like shopping or things like that. I don't really do it often. It's just that when I do it, it's pretty expensive because I like high quality things. But this is not a month where I should be shopping a lot or anything like that. So this month is just 10%. And then last but not least, actually in this case it is least, is 8% for my goals. So that's only because this month I also have to do all those things related to my car, but usually it's a lot more than 8%. But right now my goal is to get a house, and I recently made a video about like or I don't know if it would have gone up by the time you see this video, but I'm gonna be making a video updating y'all about where I'm at with my home buying journey. But anyway, that's what that 8% is going towards, so that one day in the future, maybe the near future, I can have a house. So that's my budget for June. I hope you guys liked the video. I really like doing these, so I hope that you enjoy watching them. Leave some comments down below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.